Prevention of Money Laundering Act 2002. In our economic, business and commercial laws, this is a small chapter but very important for you to know as a student of company secretary. One way you look at it, it is addressing big global problems. Money laundering is one of the biggest problem, and it is connected for things like terrorism and also lot of financial crimes. And this is international in nature. Then you'll think, why should I study as a company secretary? I am working in one company, but as a company secretary, you should be aware, because you never know. The company which you are working should not be used for money laundering of some other foreign country or things like that. And that is why we have this chapter, Prevention of Money Laundering Act 2002. So first thing is, what is money laundering? In very simple words, it is nothing but making your black money into white money. This is what we hear a lot in India, but this is international in nature. So what happens is, if you have earned money in an illegal way, in a criminal way, so we call it as criminal proceeds. So let us say you have some ill-gotten money or money which is of criminal nature. You have earned the money by some criminal activities. This money you want to make it as a legal money or money which is perfectly within the framework of law. That process is called as money laundering. And why is it illegal? Money laundering is illegal primarily because the proceeds of the money is illegal and you are making it as a legal money, and it addresses big problems like terrorism, and also it is having international nature. That is, multiple countries, multiple transactions are used to have lakhs and crores and millions of dollars which is going to become legal money. And that is why it is very important for us to be aware what this is. So if it is an international problem, why should we be really worried? Because it has direct ramifications on the economy of a country, and it also makes sure that companies will suffer innocently. What if your company without your knowledge is being used for money laundering? These chances are there, because the source of the money and the final destination sometimes takes more than 30 to 40 transactions, and many times it has even gone to 100 to 200 transactions. So you really don't know where is the source of the money, whose money is it really. But the art of money laundering, even crime is an art. So the art of money laundering lies in how you make a criminal money through various stages of the money laundering activities, which is finally becoming legal money. And that is what we study in this act. What are the stages? How does anyone do money laundering? Primarily, there are three stages. We call it as placement, layering, integration. So what happens in placement? So in the placement stage, first the cash or the money is introduced into the financial system through many small parts, and this is the first stage. So we have to try and catch money laundering in the first stage. So you have criminal money, you are introducing it into small different parts into the financial system. That is placement. Then we have layering. So in layering, what happens is that there are multiple transactions which is being done by shell companies or other companies in foreign bank accounts. So all these transactions are layered, as the name is layering. So what they do is that they camouflage the money. You don't know that it is a money which is a criminal money. So in this stage of layering, they are camouflaging the money and they are trying to make it see as a legal money, and this is layering. So after placement, layering. After layering, this is where the criminals get the benefit, that is integration. They are able to take back the money. What was the black money or criminal money or money which is out of terrorism and other things, that money in the integration stage, they are able to take back that entire wealth in a legal way through different foreign bank accounts to shell companies and other legal businesses. So that is why it is very important for us to know. Then you may be thinking, why they will take such a big headache to do this placement, layering, integration, money laundering? Why do they do that? See, you only think there is a criminal. He has got some criminal money which he has earned. He cannot use it. He cannot show the source. Then he will be behind the jail. They will be put him behind the bars and he will have to face the music of the court and law. But he has to use that money somehow, correct? And that is why they are forced to do money laundering, and it is having such a big impact that United Nations has a policy against money laundering. We have the Financial Action Task Force, which is a body of the different ministers of the governments of different countries. They come together and they have a policy against money laundering. So every country is facing this, and this is a big problem. It is just like how terrorism is a global problem, money laundering is also a global problem. So from an individual perspective, we may feel, how does it affect us? But it affects the economy of the country, and it affects the economy of the entire world, and because of that, every individual is indirectly also getting the problems, and they are facing the difficulties because of this. So we have to address this, every country has to address this, and that is why we study this in the course of EBCL. How do they do money laundering? There are many methods, but primarily they use shell companies and Benami companies across the world. They use our offshore banking channels, and also they are having lot of small transactions which goes through more than 50 countries sometimes. So you really don't know the source, and that is how they use these techniques to do money laundering. Please remember, why should you know as a company secretary student? See, if your company is indirectly helping some money laundering, or if your management is also aware and they are part of the entire money laundering deal, you as a company secretary should warn them and also tell them that not only if you are actually doing the money laundering, even if you are assisting in money laundering, it is a criminal activity and it is an international crime. That is why we have to be aware of this law. Now that you know the entire context of what is money laundering and what are the ways they do it, what is placement, layering, integration, we come to the Prevention of Money Laundering Act 2002. This is the law which India has framed, and this is not something India did out of their own will and wish. The thing is, the United Nations organization has given a mandate to all the countries to have their respective laws, because in international law each country has a different law. We cannot have one law for the whole world. So United Nations has given a suggestion, and not only suggestion, it's a mandate. Every country has to have their own law, and part of that, Indian government has the Prevention of Money Laundering Act 2002. What does this act talk about? Primarily there are two things. One is, as the name goes, prevention. How can we avoid money laundering in India? Second thing is, if we catch somebody doing money laundering, whether it is individual person, company, corporate, anybody, how do we confiscate the money which is derived from money laundering? How do we attach the properties, and how do we punish? Primarily this is what we study. If you have this overview, everything else in this chapter becomes very easy. So finally, before we start in detail understanding what is this chapter is having totally 75 sections and one schedule. So the Prevention of Money Laundering Act 2002 is an exhaustive law to prevent money laundering in India, and we study everything from what is money laundering, what is attachment of property, how do we confiscate, what is an offense, what is the punishment, all this we study, and you should know this as a student of company secretary course. The Prevention of Money Laundering Act 2002, first thing we need to know is, what is money laundering? So as I told you in the introduction, it is all about the money which is out of criminal proceeds. We have to know this. See, any money which is illegal or which is gained out of criminal activity. Very simple example is, okay, somebody committed a murder and they earned money out of that. That is completely illegal. That is a small example. But same way, if you look at it in an international scenario, it could be something like drug mafia. So the drug mafia is a very big industry which is completely illegal, completely criminal, and they earn crores and millions of dollars. And what should they do with that money? They have no option, because it is a illegal money. They have to go for converting the money. So illegal or dirty money which comes out of criminal proceeds. You do a criminal activity, you get money. And when you're converting it to a legal money, or what we call as white money, that process is nothing but money laundering. So criminal proceeds are processed. There are 3 stages. That is placement, layering, and integration. And then finally it is disguised, and the legal origin will be completely lost, and it becomes a perfectly white money. So that is the basics. So money laundering generally refers to washing of the proceeds or profits generated. So from what are the things? I told example. So we have extortion, we have drug trafficking, smuggling, terrorist activities, bribery, corruption, any other criminal activities, gambling. So all of this, forgery, all these things is what we call as the source of the money. So the source is criminal, or what we can tell is the source is illegal. So since the source is illegal or criminal, they have to go for money laundering. They don't have an option, because you cannot tell, okay, this money I got from extortion, put it in the bank account. It is not possible. That is the reason why they go for money laundering. And also in money laundering, many of the countries like British Virgin Islands, Cook Islands, all these small countries are also encouraging, because they have secret banking system. So what are some of the popular activities where money laundering is done? So false exports or imports, showing of loans, creating bogus companies, or what we also call as the shell companies. This is a very popular way to do money laundering. Agricultural products, stock markets, property markets. So they invest all of the ill-gotten money in these sectors, and they do it in our placement, then layering, then finally it is integration, or what we say integrated into the legal economy. Let us look at the stages of money laundering. Placement, layering and integration. What happens? So the source of money, which is our tax crimes, fraud, drugs, theft, bribery, corruption, whatever you might have got the money. So what do we do? First stage, we go for the placement. So in placement, what is it? Deposit criminal proceeds into the financial system. So we want to get into the financial system. That is our goal in the placement stage. Why do we want to get into the financial system? Simply because it should become legal. Right now it is illegal. Okay. So how do you do that? You change the currency, change the denominations, then you transportation of the cash. Okay. Physically you will transport the cash. These are the kind of things. Next we go for layering. So in layering, it is mainly about hiding or concealing the criminal origin. So where the money came from, we are trying to conceal that. Okay, that's what happens. How does that process happen? Wire transfer, withdrawal of cash, cash deposits, split and merge between bank accounts. So what they'll do is they will make sure that the money is broken into small pieces. So what if I have $10,000? $10,000 is a very small amount. I'm just giving example. It is made into almost 100 parts in different places. So it is difficult to trace the origin. We are hiding it. Correct? Then we go for integration. So what do? We create an legal origin of the criminal proceeds. So we show as if it is legal. So we make the origin as legal origin. Actually it is a criminal origin. We studied. That is why they are doing money laundering. But in this stage we do that. How do we do that? That is important. Creating fictitious loans, turnover, sales, capital gains, contracts, then disguising the ownership of the assets, then criminal funds used in the third party transactions. This is how they will do the money laundering, and this is completely illegal, and it is a global problem, as I told you. So everybody should fight it to save the world and to save the economy of the entire world. As I told you, it is a world problem. The United Nations organization has taken a very, very big initiative on this. So what are the different world bodies and global initiatives? So we have the Council of European Convention, the European Union Money Laundering Directive, the Basel Committee Statement of Principle, the most popular Financial Action Task Force, that is FATF. Especially they deal with where the terrorism related money and things like that. Then the UN Global Program Against Money Laundering and the Vienna Convention. See, despite all this, we need every country to have their own law which will regulate and prevent. So in India we have the Prevention of Money Laundering Act. the Prevention of Money Laundering Act of 2002. Same way, each country has a law, and every country's law together will help, because see, money laundering happens between different countries, and when we do this, it is very difficult to trace the origin. So only when all of us join hands together, all the countries, we can't completely solve this problem. We can at least reduce it first, because it's such a big problem today. You can't completely solve it, but slowly we can get there.